Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be going through 2024 P6 Science Prelim Singapore Chinese Girls School question number 29. So let's take a look at this question. It's on food web, food chain. So V is a producer, X is the only plant eater within this. So somehow these two things must tell you that B will goes to the arrows of X. That means X will fit on B. Okay. Okay, so W feed on animals only. Okay, so these are the three key information. So whenever you have a producer, right, the producer will always have all arrows pointing outwards. Okay, this is a technique or to sieve out very quickly who is the producer. So you just take a look at this pre-constructed food web. Which one has all arrows pointing outward? Can you see this part? This has all arrows pointing outwards. So this circle over here has two arrows pointing in, one arrow pointing out. This one arrow pointing in, one arrow pointing out. This one is one arrow pointing in, one arrow pointing out. So straight away, the answer is quite straightforward. Here is V. Okay, V should be here. So once you have V here, X, it will be very straightforward. V will point an arrow to X. So it will be here. X cannot be here because if X is here, right, X will fit on another organism over here. Because since X is the only plant eater, right, there should be one arrow that is going from B towards X, then the rest of the arrows will be pointing out. At least for the case of X. Okay, so X must be here. W fit on animal only. So if W fit on animal only, right, then it will not fit on plant. There should not be any arrows going from B to W. So W must be here. Okay, because if W is here, right, then W will fit on plant, which cannot fulfill this. So W must be here. So if W is here, then you only left with last letter, which is Y. Then Y must be here. Then pretty straightforward. Then the whole food web is more or less complete. So let us recall. So when you have all arrows pointing outward, it is the producer. It means the underlying reason, it means that it does not feed on any organism. Then how does it get its own food? It makes its own food. That's why it is a producer. Okay. Another key character that you want to take note is that the one with the all arrow head pointing in. This one. This character must be the top predator. Okay. And in this food chain, right, the only prey, right, will be usually the plant eater. So this one usually is the prey only. Okay. Okay. And so which organism is the prey and predator? So this Y is the prey and the predator. So Y, right, is a prey to W. Y is a prey to W, and is a predator to X. So Y, and another organism will be W. W is a predator to Y, okay, and is a prey to Z. W. Okay, so this is how you more or less sieve out the prey and predator. Okay, so usually very straightforward, right? If you want to know which one is the prey and predator, right? So V, X, Y, and you have W, and let's say you have Z. So it should look W and Z. So it looks something like this, right? Okay, V, X, Y, then W, Z. Then there is actually a few more arrows. Okay, there is an additional arrow from here to here. Okay, maybe I just put in blue color. Okay, then there's an additional arrow from here to here. So very pretty straightforward. Usually from the third organism from the producer, right? This one is both a prey plus predator. Prey and predator. Third organism onwards, assuming there is a top predator beyond that. Okay, prey and predator. So if you have Z, right, which is the top predator further down, right, this will also be the prey and predator. Because the Z will be only the predator only. Okay, so this is actually how you relook if you were to put them into a food chain that looks like this. So prey and predator is W and Y. So the diagram below shows a fruit of organism V that has been cut open. So you take a look at the information: juicy flesh, small indigestible seed. How organism that feed on W help in its seed dispersal. So the focus is how the fruits of V get dispersed. So over here, obviously, this is animal. This is by animal. Okay, so animal, right? You take a look at this. This will be attracted. Okay, or at least the juicy flesh will attract the animal to come and eat it. You need the animal to be near the fruits in order for the fruits to be dispersed, right? So first part, the juicy flesh will attract the organism to eat it together with the small indigestible seed. So already tell you small indigestible seed. So this one cannot be digest. Okay, cannot be digest. So it cannot be digest. It will be passed out together with the waste. Okay, so with the small indigestible seed, which will be passed out at a location further away from the parent plant through their droppings. It will be passed out together with this. Okay, so whenever you see this word seed dispersal, it's actually very important for you to write this part. At the location further away from the parent plant, because this is what seed dispersal is about. Okay, bring the seed further away from the parent plant, either through wind, water, animal, or even by itself. Further add to further add on this, right? Let's say you take a look. This one have 5 organisms, right? Let's say I use the same food chain again, but I reduce to 3 organisms. So over here, the first scenario, V, X, Y. Then this one will be a prey. This one will be a predator. Y will be your top predator, right? Then there is no prey and predator only, or there is no organism that assume the role of both a prey and predator. So if I move on to number 2, V, X, Y, and W. Then we have a prey. We have a prey over here, which is X. We have a prey as well. This prey is to W, and we also have this predator. So Y will be a prey and predator. W will be a predator only. Predator only. Okay. So as you see, if you go on to add a 5th organism, V, X, Y, W, Z, then the prey and predator only will be this. Prey plus predator. And Z will be your predator only. Predator. Then X will always be your prey. And this is actually how you derive it. And of course, you add one more organism, then Z. If you add one more organism at the end, okay, let's say you have A, then Z will also be your prey and predator, so on and so forth. So you can see this how this whole picture would how you actually derive the prey and predator when you add on the organism at the end of the food chain. So let me just zoom out again. So this is actually how the whole questions look like. So you can take a time and review it. Okay, thank you very much.